album number 10. It's incredible they've got this far, but it is album number 10 from Papa Roach. It's called Who Do You Trust? At this point, I can't even say what kind of music they play because they do whatever they fucking well want, and quite rightly deserved so. I think by now everyone knows a Papa Roach song. If you are like more first half of their career where they were like a new metal kind of band, so you had like Last Resort, Between Angels and Insects, Time and Time Again, or you had that hard rock middle, which was Scars, Hollywood Whore, or Lifeline. I feel like everyone now knows Papa Roach. They were one of the survivors of that new metal wave in the early 2000s, late 90s. Up there with Korn, Deftones, System, etc. So they had like so far like a three-part career: new metal into hard rock, into now they're kind of rejuvenating that new metal rap rock sound. And it began with 2012's The Connection. They started bringing back their rap sound with more electronics. Continued into Fear, and then subsequently 2017's Crooked Teeth, which was really, really fun actually. Went back and listened to it for this. Top quality stuff. And then now you're at Who Do You Trust? Which is just fucking insane. From top to bottom. It is just a whirlwind of sound and influences, and it kind of sounds like this, but it's not. So it opens with a song called The Ending, which is very just like, yeah, fooled you. It is cut from the same cloth as Born for Greatness from Crooked Teeth. It is the like that predominantly electro hip hop sound with like a hard rock underbelly, which is what Crooked Teeth, a lot of that made. And then the next song is called Renegade Music, which is kind of like, compared to the rest of the album, this is quite a dull song to be honest, but I can't take it seriously anymore. It feels like an uprising song because it's like big. Now I've got my head as Born for Greatness. It's like a big uprising song, big chant song, and I just can't take it seriously because to me, in my head, it's not saying stand up, this is renegade music. It's stand up, this is really good music. And that's all I can hear. It's just him saying, you shut up, this is really good. My name's Jacoby. Jacoby? I think it's Jacoby. And it's just, I can't do it. The rest of the song is this big gang shout chorus thing. And then you get to that line and I was like, no, I can't do it. But is that the weirdest part of the album? No, it fucking well isn't. That might be on Not the Only One, which is this really upbeat folk song that just breaks into this like classic 70s rock riff with a pitch shifted vocal line on the chorus. And like it is just, I'm just trying to think of the lyric now. I know the bad times. No, the good times don't come easy. No, bad times don't come easy, but they never last long. Something like that. And yeah, it's like a really uplifting acoustic guitar performance. And then you've got this, which, like I said, classic rock with some pitch shifting in there. But is that the weirdest part of this album? I don't think so. That might be in Elevate, which, just as a whole, it sounds like the best song Train have written since Mermaid from California 37. It is just like a really upbeat, again, electro pop rock kind of song. But is that the weirdest part? I promise I won't do this anymore. That's not the weirdest one. It might be Come Around, which sounds like Opium or OPM. If you don't remember who OPM are, do you remember the song Heaven is a Half Pipe? It sounds like Heaven is a Half Pipe 2.0, which you might be thinking, sure, that might be the weirdest part of this album. It's fucking not. The weirdest, like, it might be Feel Like Home, which is a very uncomfortably deep, Bowling for Soup sounding song. Like, the way the actual song comes out, like I said, very Bowling for Soup, but the lyrics are, like, I've got some here. So you've got, we used to say we'd never change, now we're trying not to show our age. You've got, I keep looking in the rearview mirror, even though I wasn't happy here. And then the chorus is, oh, I hate this feeling, you don't feel like home. Which, that's deep. It cuts close. Like, I came for a good time, Jacoby. And you're making me feel things. And it might just be me, like, looking too much into it. But I didn't like it. Well, I like the song. I don't like what it's saying to me. And I want it to be okay. I want everything to be okay. But it's just not making me feel like everything is. But dare I say, that's not the weirdest part of this album. I think comfortably for me, the actual weirdest part of this album is a song called I Suffer Well, which is a 1-minute 21 out and out, straight up hardcore punk rock song. To the point where every time I've listened to it, I have gone on my phone or gone on my computer or something and tried to figure out if it is a cover of some kind. From like a 80s hardcore band like Bad Brains or I was gonna say Husker Du, but they weren't. Yeah, they were Husker at that point. Or like Bad Religion. Oh, it's just someone, a Dead Kennedy song. It's not. It is just a random hardcore song that Papa Roach have thrown in there, and it's fucking mental. This whole album, from start to finish, is just completely and utterly bonkers. And I didn't put it in on purpose based on what I was saying earlier about the question, like which bands have transitioned. I think it's my own fault that I missed out or didn't even consider Papa Roach, because they're in a similar sort of vein as Linkin Park. They got made very, very big based on the fact they were part of that new metal movement in the early 2000s. And they expand their sound. So what Linkin Park did into Minutes to Midnight, Papa Roach did into Getting Away with Murder, Metamorphosis, and that was what they stuck at. They ended up around about that time they ended up making what I consider is the best WWE Raw theme song of all time in To Be Loved. And now they're trying to kind of bring back that old new metal rap rock sound and combine it with what's happening at the moment with that ambient, well, not quite ambient's wrong word, but more drawn out pop raps kind of thing, similar to what Linkin Park were trying to do with I forgot what it was called already. Living Things, and then Lesser So, One More Light. But then I don't really think I know anyone who, if you say to them Papa Roach in the 2010s, I don't think anyone, although Born for Greatness fits in that ilk, and there are other songs from that album which I can't think off the top of my head that would fit in there. They had a song called Periscope with Skylark Grey. You'd think that would be more inclined to what's happening at the moment, and you look at some of the songs on this and you think, yeah, maybe, but nah, they haven't quite reached that spot yet. And then when you get an album like this, which literally, apart from black metal and death metal, I think this touched on every kind of genre you could ever possibly think of. And yeah, it is just, I can't get over that punk song. It is just, oh my lord. But I feel at this point I don't need to say if you're a fan of this and try this. Because it's Papa Roach, and I think everyone at this point knows who they are. And I'm just trying to think of someone who I can compare this specific album to, and the only thing I think of is, I keep wanting to say The Hunting Party, but it's absolutely fucking not that. Thousand Suns, a Thousand Suns era, pop rap inspired alternative rock from Linkin Park. If you really enjoyed that album, you'd probably go for this, and the only other album I can compare it to is Crooked Teeth. So this is by far one of the most mental albums I've ever heard. It's a lot of fun. It won't be an album of the year contender by any stretch of imagination, but it's just fun. And Papa Roach is just a fun band now. I don't know if they want to be, But I went on their website the other day, and it's got all of them in like the Hawaiian shirts and like that double negative, no, not double negative, double exposure group photo. And yeah, they are fully like going in with this new era of like pop rock, and I dig it. It's just I'm sorry sat down, but I feel like I need to sit down more after listening to this.